So, Adventures in Morse Code, a new challenge, a new goal, and why I chose to get into it. That's right here, right now on Ham Radio for Non-Techies. Welcome back, guys. My name is Scott. My call sign is KI5MPL, and I run the Ham Radio for Non-Techies channel. If you are new here, please consider liking this video after you watch it and subscribe if you feel the need to do so. It helps me out and helps me reach more hams and help out more hams, and it keeps me motivated to make more videos like this. So anyway, today's video, I decided recently, I had a talk with some people a couple weeks ago on a after chat, and we were talking about utilizing your entire license. As you know, when you get your ham radio license, you have all these privileges, and I've mainly been using the phone/voice privileges to actually key up and talk to somebody on the radio on the various frequencies and bands. Well, at the time, I was like, there's no way in the world I'm going to ever do CW or Morse code, until I realized that you go through all this pain and trouble of studying for these tests and taking these tests and passing, hopefully, and you have access to all this extra stuff. But if you're only doing phone or just doing some digital stuff on the single sideband, the phone band side, you're not really using the entire license. There's a whole nother world in Morse code using the CW privileges you already have. So yeah, it's learning another language, and it's going to take some effort, but you've gone this far, right? So that was my thinking. And so I was looking around, I was thinking about it, and the more I thought about it, this is kind of cool. It's really old school. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but I don't think it'd be impossible, because they teach the Boy Scouts. I mean, during World War II, when they had recruits coming in 8 or 9 weeks, they would train them and ship them off over to England to, intercept German transmissions and send out codes and this and that, blah, blah, blah. So it does have a place. And in ham radio, I think it's still a really cool feature to have, and it's worth learning. For one thing, you need a whole lot less equipment. If you're going to go up on top of a mountain somewhere, you need your key and wire, a little antenna, a little 5 or 10 watt, maybe 20 watt radio. And there's tons of radios out there you can get that'll work with that. So there are definite advantages to doing CW, along with the idea that there is a whole plethora of people that are that are doing CW right now, or doing Morse code. I think I saw a video the other day that said that there's one company that makes the little keys, and since their inception way back in the 50s, whatever it was, they sold over 400,000 keys. So there's people out there doing this, and you have all kinds of options. So, what do you do to learn this? Well, you can go online and probably find some videos and this and that, and you'll kind of, halfway learn some stuff, but you might not be enough to keep you involved. What I found, and I did some research on this, and finally decided that I was going to join this group called the Long Island CW Club. It came highly recommended from Josh Nass over at Ham Radio Crash Course. He has tons of videos where he interviews the guys on there. And I watched all these videos. I was really impressed. I was impressed with their enthusiasm. I was impressed with the stuff they're trying to do to reach out to get more hams into CW and learning Morse code. They've actually gone as far as they're working with children. They have separate classes for women. They have classes for the blind. I think they're doing something with the deaf as well. So they're trying to include everybody into this thing, just to prove that anybody can get into it. And I think that's absolutely noble and fantastic, and it's worth checking into. So I went over to their website, and let's just pop over there real quick. So I'm on their website now, and I think it's longislandcwclub.org, and I'll have links to everything down below here, guys. You go onto the site here, just have a look around and take a look at all the stuff they offer, read their backstory, what they're doing. They offer, I think, currently 68 classes a week. That's insane. They have a whole bunch of trainers and instructors to help you out. And no matter what level you are, from knowing absolutely nothing to maybe you've done a little bit before and you just need to refresh your course, they have all these different options available to you. The membership is, I think it's $30 a year if you want to go in for 1 year, or it's like $70 for 2 years or 3 years, and $90 for a lifetime. Now, I went ahead, I was like, you know what? My life gets busy with the channel, with my personal life, all my businesses I run, and just life in general. I got a lot of stuff going on. So there might be times where that gets interrupted, where my courses get interrupted. And if that happens for an extended period of time, they're going to be paying 30 bucks again next year. Why just pay 90 bucks, get it over with, and just have it ready to roll. So I went in and got the lifetime membership, and I took my first class last night. Very interesting. They do start off just teaching a couple, little things here now, like mainly about the software that we use in the course, and basically had the basics of using Zoom, because all their classes are done on live Zoom calls. And again, they had like 68 classes a week. So you look on their calendar, you go over to their little calendar over here. I'll pop this on the website. You go to their calendar, and you can choose, and they have descriptions of what each class is. So you don't really have to worry about getting into the wrong class. But you go down here, like say August 2021. So tonight's classes for today, they're going to have at 2 p.m. Memorial Review class, CW Tortoise class at 10 words per minute at 3 p.m. Recorded QSO class at 6 p.m. Beginners 2 class at 7 p.m. and so on and so forth. So you can click on those. It'll add those to your calendar, and then if you are a member, they have special links for you to get into the courses or into the actual live Zoom calls. Really well done. And again, like I said, they don't leave anybody behind. If you're having trouble, they have a special class. People having trouble, they have an instructor come on and help you out. And I believe that that's all encompassed in your membership. They want you to succeed, but it will take some work on your part. So what did I do? Well, I went in and I decided I wanted to get this done. I wanted to join the group. So I sent in this little application process you have to go through, and they'll send you back an email giving the further instructions on how to do stuff. It takes about a day or so for them to get around to you. Once that's done, you have access to all kinds of other stuff within the group and different ways to communicate with other people and get onto Zoom calls and so on and so forth. But you also need to have a key and an oscillator. So they suggest, that you start off with a straight key and a little oscillator to practice with. Well, I didn't really see anything on the site to really tell me what to get, so I kind of used my own judgment, and based on my own judgment, I came up with what I wanted to get here. So I went over to CWMorse.us, and this is all American-made, 3D printed Morse code keys and paddles and all kinds of stuff. And they got a lot of stuff to choose from here, and knowing nothing about CW or nothing about Morse code or what it was going to be required for the group or the class, I kind of took a jump and guessed. Well, what I did, I went down here on the bottom of the page. If you click on this Morse code oscillators, you click on that section there, and this pops up. So what I purchased was the PCB Morse code key and Scout CPO combo. It came out to like $81 total with shipping and everything. It got it to me in like 3 days. It was really fast getting this. So I've got this thing here, and I'll just show you. Now, they don't tell you in the, let's go back to my main cam here real quick. Main cam. So they don't tell you in the description here, but this is all ready to go. When you get this, it's already got batteries in it. It comes with the wire. You plug the wire into the key. You plug the other wire into the thing here, and it just, you have tone control, tone and volume controls on the front. That's really all there is to it. I think you can also, I haven't really looked into this yet. I think you can also jack this right into your radio, and they have a place for speakers or headphones in the back. So it's really, really cool little thing. Very well made. This is rather light, but I really enjoy it. And I've been playing with it for, like I said, I just started yesterday, and I've already gotten up to 5 letters that I'm learning through the method that they teach and the way they teach. Like I said, there's a very structured way in which they have decided to teach you Morse code. And, like I said, I was freaking out about it a little bit. It's like, this is a whole new thing, but we always freak out about new things, right? But this came out really cool, and I've been just kind of playing with it and having fun with it. So if you're interested in getting into this, I'd suggest going over to CW Morse. And this is, if you look at Morse code keys, those things run anywhere from $25 to $500 or $600. And not knowing what to get, not knowing if you're even going to like it, I wouldn't make a massive investment. So $80 on this little kit right here, you've got something that's going to work for you. And if you decide you really like it, you can always upgrade your key and get a better key. But I think this is a very good start for getting into Morse code. And I think this little key here is really fantastic. I've been playing with it for hours today. I've already gone through about maybe 6 tests. And you're trying to learn how to listen for the tone and what that tone means, and try to write down everything you're trying to do. And they teach you all this stuff. They teach you the format and how you're going to be learning everything. So if you guys are interested in doing this, definitely check out CWMorse.us. Again, links be down below. If you do decide that, hey, Scott's right, maybe I should try Morse code. Maybe guys, it's going to take some effort. All right, everything in this hobby takes effort. Nothing just comes easily. And it didn't come easy when you got your technician or your general or, God forbid, your extra. That took some real work. So you're going to find a satisfaction with getting into Morse code. And if you don't have a use for it, then disregard what I'm talking about here. I'm not saying you need to do it. I'm saying if you're interested, if you want to use the other half of the license you studied and paid for, there's no reason not to jump into this and at least try it out. If you don't like it, screw it. You can turn around. There'll be plenty of people. If you buy this little kit here and you think this whole thing sucks, you don't want to do it anymore, put it up online. Somebody will buy it from you. I promise you. There's plenty of people out there that want to get into this. I will say that if you do join the Long Island CW Club, make sure. Let me see here real quick. I had this all written down, and I should have had it done before I hit the record button. My member number is 2026, or you could just say, because it has a referral at the bottom if you want to refer who you're referred by. And you can use my call sign, KI5NPL, or my membership number, which is 2026. They've got a lot of people in this group. And I was very surprised. There's about 6 or 7 of us in there last night. There were new people that were going into the very first prep class they have on there. Very well done, very well structured. And if you even go back, I'll see if I can post up the videos up here somewhere. Josh interviewed a couple of the big guys that started this whole thing at the Long Island CW Club. Check them out. They've got some really cool stuff. They have some good historical stuff behind what they're doing. And I really, after only taking 1 class, I got my next class on Sunday when they reboot the beginner 1 class. That I think this is gonna be a fun thing to do. And it should not be stressful. If you're gonna get stressed out about it, not have fun with it, then I'd say avoid it until a time when you can get your mindset correct. Because this is supposed to be fun and enjoyable, not a task, not I have to do this, blah blah blah. You should definitely have fun with it and just do your thing. Anyway, guys, I don't want to take up a whole lot of time. I just wanted to bring that up real quick. I'm getting into this. I'm kind of taking this whole ham radio thing to a whole new level, at least in my life, with going through and getting all 3 licenses done in the past 8 months, and signing up, becoming a volunteer examiner for my local club through the ARRL, and now I'm trying to learn CW and Morse code, and running this channel and trying to keep you guys informed. So, check it out. If you got any questions, hit me up. You can message me on the Facebook group. You can message me through the comments down below. And I do respond every comment, or at least I try to respond every comment. I spend every morning doing that. And we'll just go from there. Anyway, guys, my name is Scott. My call sign is KI5NPL. This is Ham Radio for Non-Techies. You have a great day, and we are clear.